Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. Coming up tonight, a busy week of great spring sports action rolls on. In the Coach's Corner, we're joined by the leader of a Center Grove softball program ranked second in the state. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is a key part of third-ranked Fishers baseball's success this season.
This year, my confidence levels have been as high as they can get. I know I got guys behind me. If I mess up, they'll have my back. And just believing in myself.
We're swinging into a new Zone Extra right now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you, and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports as the end of the regular seasons approach, and teams, well, they start to get ready for their tournament coming up. Action coming up here in the state of Indiana. In the Coach's Corner, her Trojans have championship goals and are currently the number 2 ranked team in the state. Center Grove softball coach Alyssa Coleman is here in studio for a great conversation. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is a senior leading third-ranked Fishers baseball in multiple categories. We introduce you to the Tigers outfielder Zander Carnahan, and you won't want to miss our Ask the Commissioner segment with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. In baseball action last Thursday at Noblesville, it was the Millers hosting number 6 Westfield in a Hoosier Crossroads matchup. Bottom of the second, we picking up a Cole shot here, sends one to left center. That's a 2-run double that scores Trevor Corbett and Aiden Reynolds. Noblesville had the lead there 4-1. Rocks up threatening with bases loaded here at the top of the 4th, but Joe Glander strikes out Matt draws like that is to end the inning. Glander with 11 Ks on the night. Bottom of the 5th we go. Chris Martz a swing and drive to left. That's out of here. A 2-run homer for Noblesville, and the Millers win it 11-4. Is the final. Okay, so here's a look at the Class 4A baseball coaches poll for this week at pin number 1. Center Grove 2, the Tigers of Fishers, they're 3. You got a Homestead coming in 4th there, and then of course you got Lake Central rounding out the top 5 there in the 4A baseball coaches poll. All right, meanwhile, to softball now, where it is a busy time of the calendar with teams looking to finish the regular season strong before the start of the sectionals later this month on May the 26th. Meanwhile, Tuesday, a top 10 matchup, folks, between number 9 HSC and number 8 Noblesville. Top of the 4th here, we got Addison Ritzinger, hero of the Millers, dealing, striking out Tori Brecker there. Game still scoreless. Bottom of the inning here, Grace Swadarski here. Pitch goes to the screen. Newsom comes home to score. Noblesville takes a 1-0 lead, and that would be enough for Redsinger again in the 7th. She gets the strikeout to end the game. 11 Ks on the night, and the Millers win it 1-0, the final. Now let's take a look at this week's coaches poll, Class 4A softball coaches poll. Number 1, Lake Central. Oh, there's Trojans of Center Grove. Number 2, Zionsville 3. Crown Point finding its way 4th, and then you got Penn rounding out the top 5 there in the 4A softball coaches poll. All right, in other news, earlier this week, the IHSA approved the newest sport to enter the emerging sports process starting this fall. Talking about girls flag football. That's right, becoming an emerging sport is the first step for girls flag football toward becoming fully sanctioned by the IHSAA. Last fall, 2017 participating in girls flag football, and according to Colts, 65 teams are currently committed to having a team in 2025. A $1 million investment by the Ursay family to help launch teams has been key to the growth, and IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig told us he's excited to see that growth continue on what the Colts are calling the road to 100.
They've been instrumental in the growth of girls flag football, and one thing we love about it is anytime we provide an opportunity for students to grow up in an education-based athletic system, and the lessons they can learn through that system will carry them through the rest of their life. And we know in girls flag football that a majority of girls that play do not currently play another sport. It's another opportunity for kids that may not have had an opportunity before.
Oh, you got to love that right there. Okay, meanwhile, girls lacrosse action last Thursday. It was Zionsville taking on HSC. The Eagles trailed in the second here, but check out this Sydney Rose, the junior, bounces off the turf and into the corner of the net right there. Zionsville down 8-5. Third quarter we go now. Emma Reichert, the great pass to find Olivia Bradley, who scores. HSC leads 11-5 there. Fourth quarter we go. The Royals in transition here. Reichert on the run, connects with Anna Silver, who puts it in away. That is, and HSC wins it 16-8 was the final in that one. Meanwhile, in boys volleyball, an exciting regular season, folks, is coming to a close. Next week is the start of the first ever, how about this, IHSAA Boys Volleyball State Tournament, which leads up to the May 31st state finals at Mackey Arena on the Purdue campus. Our Andrew Chernoff tonight has more on the growth of the sport.
It's a new era for boys volleyball.
When I was younger, it had to be the coaches going out and, in the cafeteria asking kids, do you want to play volleyball? I know you don't really know this sport, but, just boys want to play now.
Boys volleyball has been around for a while, but this year is the first year it's been recognized as an official IHSAA sport.
There's definitely added bonuses with us being a sport now. We get the bus system. It's small little things that weren't implemented last year.
I'm sure you know a lot of volleyball players who have played in the past. What's their reaction now?
I started really young, so it was really one or two club teams from your state. Really wasn't that big, and now it's everybody wants to play, everybody wants to get involved, so it's just really cool to see.
As of now, over 130 teams are scheduled to play in this spring's state volleyball tournament.
Hopefully we'll get to a level of basketball where every high school has a team. You already have girls volleyball. We use the same equipment, right? It's the same court. All you need, it's a little uniform, and off you go. Yeah, let's go.
Communities across the state are showing support to their boys volleyball programs. Just take a look here at Roncalli for that example. IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig believes that if your community does not have a team yet, well, you may get to experience this sooner rather than later.
Every day it seems like we have a call from a new team or a new school that's interested in getting into boys volleyball. It's going to be a sport that's here to stay, and we're going to continue to see growth on an annual basis.
As far as what's next for the sport?
Hopefully we can eventually get to some classes, so that way you want those new programs that are still kind of starting out to have that chance to go far in the postseason and experience some of that.
And speaking of the postseason, the players this year understand they can be a part of history, winning the first ever IHSAA Boys Volleyball State Championship.
I think for sure that's a big thing. A lot of it is bragging rights. We all play club, we all know each other, and I think once we go back to club in the summer, just bragging about winning that first state title is going to be one of the biggest things on our mind.
A mindset that is driving so many on the court. At Roncalli, Andrew Chernoff, WishTV, WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
It's going to be a great tournament coming up. Of course, right here in the great state of Indiana. All right, time for a break, but we have much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. Up next is the Coach's Corner. Yeah, our Trojans are one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Center Grove softball coach Alyssa Coleman is in the house tonight. Can't wait to talk to her. And still ahead, he is a senior who leads the third ranked baseball team in the state in multiple categories this season. We're going to introduce you to our athlete of the week from Fishers High School. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
Okay, folks, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. Her program is once again having a great season as one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Indiana. Please welcome to the Zone Extra tonight, Center Grove softball head coach Alyssa Coleman. Coach Coleman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
you
having me.
taking the time. And man, we know the tradition down there on the south side of town when you talk about Center Grove and what the program has been able to accomplish for so many years. Just great programs when it comes to softball. Give me your thoughts on just where your ladies are right now and how excited you are getting ready for the postseason here.
We just have a great group of young ladies that, they've seen what it takes to get to the top the past few years. So they kind of have an understanding the pressures that come along with it, what's ahead, and kind of how much they have to stick together to get there. So we just have a great group with a ton of potential ahead, and I'm just excited to see what they do with the opportunity.
Yeah, so ranked number 2 in the state, and we're just a few weeks away from the start of the state tournament. How exciting is the time for you guys right now as you get ready for such a critical part of your schedule?
Yeah, it's an interesting timeline between sectionals and the last 2-3-ish weeks, especially with the calendar feeling a little bit pushed back. But we got plenty of opportunities ahead to keep gelling, build that confidence. So I'm excited to see what they do, especially tomorrow's game, Zionsville, a huge opportunity. See a tough team, gain some confidence, see what we can do, and see how we meet that challenge.
Yeah, we're looking at some of the action here at practice with your team. What do you like about what you're seeing from the young ladies here on the baseball field?
I mean, besides
on the softball field, that is,
yeah, besides the talent that we have, just their desire to get better. It's real easy to stay stagnant and not keep growing, but they're aware that that's a huge part of the season. And we're going to kind of just enjoy all the bumps and peaks that come along with it and kind of see how they respond. Everything's a challenge at the end of the day. Kind of test where they're at and see what we got to help them grow at.
Oh, we know you know how to score runs. So 7 runs a game for your offense. I mean, that is unbelievable.
Oh, they're so fun to
production.
watch.
You got to love that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it helps so much, especially on the mound. The girls don't have to think too much about it, and man, they can really hit. And we got some speed, we can bunt, we can do it all.
Yeah. What do you hope to see from your ladies as you get set here for the postseason?
Consistency in their approach. Even if it's not going their way, how do we respond? How do we lean into our teammates? And whether you hit the ball or you catch the ball or you don't, how are you going to help us win?
Yeah. Year 7 for Coach Coleman out there at Center Grove. And I want to ask you, Coach, what do you enjoy most about your job and just getting a chance to be around all those student athletes down there at Center Grove?
I think it's the challenge. I mean, we have exceptionally talented girls that have extreme goals, and being able to help them and influence them in the right direction to kind of just go for it. It's awesome being around those type of individuals that aspire to have more.
Yeah, and do you sense, when they come into your program, they know what you guys have been able to accomplish and how there's a sense of pride when they're playing for you, knowing, hey, look, we got to step up because the teams before us, they got it done as well, right?
There's a standard for sure, and it might take a second, but luckily we have some great leadership in our girls that they're willing to take people under their wings, and it's not necessarily that you're perfect, but you're willing to give the effort to get there.
Yeah, all right, well, Coach, stay right there. We got a little surprise for you, a little message here about your student athletes here, what they had to say about Coach. Take a look.
I think what makes Coleman so special is the fact that she cares for us like she's our mom, and she honestly cares about the person instead of the player, and that's what really makes it special to play for her.
Being able to have her as our coach and leading us means a lot because she does care about winning, but she also cares more about who we're becoming as a person. And we know that after we leave here, we have another support system that we can come back to. And she really just shows that she has our back and she truly cares for each and every one of us.
What I enjoy is really she really cares for us, and personally for me, she's helped me through one of the hardest times in my life, and she really just puts herself all in and cares about for each one of us. And I feel like she sets high expectations to us because she knows we can succeed, and she pushes us to our highest level.
Coach, you've got to make you feel good, right?
That's pretty awesome. I'm glad they know that. I do care. And softball's great, but it's much bigger than that.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, it's obvious you do have an impact, not just on the field, but also in their lives daily as well. Before we wrap things up, I want to ask you about the schedule coming out for your softball team as you try to make a run to win a state championship. Take us through this real quick. What's coming out ahead? You talk about that tough matchup against Zionsville, and lead us on after that as well.
Yeah, super excited about the Zionsville matchup. Only way to gain confidence is do hard things, so it's going to be a great challenge for us. Noblesville, I mean, you saw HSE, they're going to give us a run for our money. They're going to be tough. You just got to play good ball. They're coached up. Avon, they are constantly scrappy in some of our biggest battles of the year. And then we roll into Johnson County where, you know, bringing a trophy home matters. And sometimes that practice of doing that, and when something's on the line, I love watching our team step up. So it's just going to be exciting to watch what they can do.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking the time.
Appreciate it.
Good luck to you as you try to win a state championship, and good luck the rest of the way as well.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. Still ahead here on the Zone Extra. It is our Athlete of the Week. How about this, Coach? He leads his team in hits, runs, and RBIs this season. Coming up, we're going to meet Fisher's baseball senior outfielder Zander Carnahan. That is on the way. Plus, we chat with IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig in a Mother's Day theme Ask the Commissioner segment. That's coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Okay, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. It has been another great season so far for the Fishers baseball program. The Tigers entered this week as one of the state's top teams, ranked third in Class 4A, and have championship goals on their minds. A key reason for the Tigers' success this season is the play of outfielder Zander Carnahan. The senior leads Fishers in hits, runs, and RBIs, and he is also second on the team in slugging. Zander is in his first year with the Tigers, however, says he has fit right in with the team and is embracing being a senior leader within the program. As Fishers gears up for the start of the state tournament, Carnahan says the team's chemistry will be key if they hope to reach Victory Field and the state finals next month.
This year, my confidence levels have been as high as they can get. I know I got guys behind me. If I mess up, they'll have my back, and just believing in myself and putting forth the best effort every game. And we got the aggression that it takes to win ball games.
He did a great job this fall, just kind of allowing things to come to him, and not coming in and stepping on anybody's toes, and just kind of fitting in, and then growing into that role of being able to communicate and talk, and then his play has kind of helped with that. So the guys have kind of found trust in him, and then he just continues to lead.
I'm a vocal and leader by example. I like to talk a lot, whether it's in the outfield or on the mound or whatever I'm doing. And definitely in the outfield, I like to talk, give our players some more confidence if they made a mistake or if they just need some encouragement.
He's a summa cum laude. I'm not even sure what his GPA is, but it's above 4.3. So he works hard in the classroom. He challenges himself with some advanced and high-level classes. He's an ultimate competitor, wants to compete, wants to win at everything he does, not just on the field, but in the weight room and in the classroom, everything he does.
Obviously, going to Victory Field is every team's goal, and we have a lot of belief that we're going to do that. So every game, we think this is just one step in the right direction to win a state championship.
How about that, man? He's going to have a great career. Time for a break. Still, more coming your way on the Zone Extra, including another installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSA. That's next.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Okay, we're back here on the Zone Extra. Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week, we take one of your questions to IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. So here's this week's question. With Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, what is a favorite Paul Neidig Mother's Day memory?
My mother was just a wonderful lady. She was a first grade teacher in the classroom, but I think our family always had a tradition, and it was Mother's Day, but it was also as my kids were young, we would gather at my mother's and father's house on Sundays as a family, almost every Sunday. We'd have lunch together, and then we would have dinner together, and we often put a cookbook together later in life that was called Twice on Sundays. And, my mother was the matriarch of our family and was able to put that together and made it a place that my kids loved going, that we could grow up in. And while Mother's Day was certainly special, oftentimes the cooking and the cleaning would be taken over by others. But it was really Mother's Day every Sunday in my family growing up, especially with my grandkids or my kids. And it was just a place that was comfortable and fun to go to for our kids as they grew up. So twice on Sunday at my mother and father's house was pretty special.
Always great to hear from the commissioner. And yep, nothing like Mother's Day. All right, folks, that is going to do it for the Zone Extra. Thank y'all so much for watching tonight. And don't forget, we're here next Thursday. Same time, same place, right here on Wish TV. We'll see you next week.